Thanks for tuning in this episode of Tunnel Surfing. This is gonna be a short video. I just want to go over, you got to upgrade your boat, and where do you buy the stuff from? Hear the voice within, certain items. I just want to point out certain items, certain manufacturers, some tips and tricks and stuff on purchasing. So. Victron stuff. Let's talk about that. Right, I love Victron. Most of all the electrical stuff that I do, so a good portion of it, it's all Victron. My battery monitor is Victron, solar charger, Victron, the Servo GX is Victron. If you buy Victron off of Amazon, just know you're not getting a Victron warranty because Amazon is not an authorized Victron reseller. So you're also not going to get any Victron tech support because they're not authorized reseller for that. So this is why Victron stuff is less expensive on Amazon than anywhere else. So if you buy Victron, you buy it off of Amazon. It's on our affiliate site, which is on Amazon, and that's the majority of Victron stuff I purchase for myself. I buy it from Amazon. It's a risk I'm taking. If it breaks, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I'm going to buy another one. If I've got a question about Victron, I can't call Victron and ask them. I got to rely on other friends, Google. And Google and stuff like that, right? Just work a little bit harder with it. If you buy Victron from an authorized reseller, like Fisheries Supply or something like that, you'll pay more for it, but then you'll get support, then you'll get the warranty, right? So just recognize that. Another one is AIS. Be wary where you buy AIS from. So AIS, automatic information, something it stands for. It's for your boat. It helps with collision avoidance on the waterway. That way in your chart plotter, you see other boats that are around you that have AIS, and then they'll see you because, if you get a transponder. So an AIS has to have what's called an MMSI number. It's basically like a phone number for your boat, and each boat's MMSI number has to be unique. When you program the AIS devices, they can only be programmed once. Once that MMSI number is in, you can't get it out. The idea behind it, this has to do with the FCC and MMS, or I'd say AIS and stuff came out, and I want to say it was like 2004 or 5 time frame. But anyhow, the worry is because you're broadcasting who you are when you're out on the waterway, which is how you helps avoid collisions with other boats because they see you. What if I was like doing something illegal, like drug running or something, and I changed the MMSI number to yours, and then I went and did my illegal activity, got back to the dock, and I changed my MMSI number back to mine, right? That's why you can't reprogram them. So what generally happens with AIS is to buy an AIS transponder or receiver, it has to be programmed before it ships to you by the authorized dealer. So if you were to buy an AIS unit on Amazon and they don't ask you for an MMSI number, you need to ask yourself, how are you going to program it? Right? Some devices, like a VHF radio, they'll let you enter the MMSI number one time. When you turn on, it'll beep and say, what's your MMSI number, and you got to program it. AIS units don't do that. I've not seen any do that. So you need to buy, I would recommend that you buy an AIS from an authorized reseller. And the way you'd know they're authorized is like West Marine. I'll pick on them. You go on westmarine.com to buy an AS, there's a clause there, and it says you must click on this link and enter in your MMSI number, show them a certificate that it's yours, right? Because when you get your MMSI number, you'll get a certificate that says this is yours to prove that it's you, and they'll match the name, and the certificate with your order. They'll program your MMSI number, and then they'll ship you the box. If you buy it straight up off of Amazon and they don't ask for that MMSI number, you're going to get an AIS unit that you have to then figure out how you're going to program it.
Now you can pay someone to program it,
but they're not going to do it for free. Yeah. So any savings you think you're getting, you're not getting. Just be wary, for that. Oh, and when it comes to stuff for the Yamaha, I only go with the Yamaha
brand.
Yamaha brand stuff. I mean, I use the oil, I use the Yamalube. I don't put Pennzoil, or something. I don't use any automotive type oil into the Yamaha engine.
Let me ask you this: if you did, would it void your warranty?
Not necessarily, but if they can prove that what you did caused it, and it wasn't authorized, then it could, yeah. Yeah, so it's only run, I've got a 6-year warranty on the engine. I do all my own work to the engine. Every 500 hours, I'll take it into the Yamaha dealer, because at 1,000 hours, they do a timing belt, and 500 hours, they do, cylinder compression checks and stuff. So I let them do all that. So if there's anything up with a warranty, any warranty issues, they can find them that way. But all the routine maintenance in the middle, I do. And I only run Yamalube oil. Inside the inside the Yamalube oil, they put in inhibitors and stuff that help fight corrosion and stuff that you wouldn't have in an automotive oil. Same thing with spark plugs. I just run all the Yamaha recommended parts. That way it all stays factory. Another good one is electrical components. So if you buy any kind of electrical wiring and stuff, I'm very particular on the color of the wire. If you're adding an accessory, it's easy just to use whatever wire you got lying around. Boats being marine, especially operated in saltwater, it's important that all the electrical wiring be marine grade. There's 2 different kinds of wiring sizes. There's SAE and there's AWG. And the marine uses AWG, which is the wire is more fine, like a hair. It's really thin. Therefore, you can actually get more conductivity in a smaller wire, is what they do. And the wire is also tin plated copper. And the tin keeps the corrosion, because if you take copper and mix it with salt water, it'll turn green and corrode, and then you'll get it won't conduct electricity very well, and it'll get hot and cause issues. So that's why it's important when you do your all your electrical connections, you want everything to be marine grade. So any electrical components, whether it be lugs, that I'm going to crimp on, the electrical wiring, butt connectors, heat shrink butt connector, any of that stuff is all going to come from a marine store. West Marine, Fisheries Supply, Harbor Marine, something of that nature.
Not Home Depot.
Or, not AutoZone, not Home Depot.
The same with a solar panel. If you're going to add a solar panel.
Solar panel is another good one, too.
Don't go to Home Depot.
Yeah, the marine environment is very, very different than, especially with solar, because a general solar panel is designed to sit on somebody's house or out in your yard, get rained on, get a little bit of wind here or there, not have seawater, being pushed on it when you're in 4-foot seas and the water's just pounding the boat in all directions. It's a very different environment. Everything's got to be waterproof, literally, on the solar stuff. So making sure things are marine grade for anything electrical is important too. So with that, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed watching this video, click the screen to watch another.